They win. Órale, gente. This is Moises Porras coming to you live from Tuxedo Junction. I want to talk to you about all the happenings that we have here. Everybody here is coming down here to party down and have a good time, eh? So why don't you come down here to help me and all the gente so we can all be carnales together? Me, I'm the director and choreographer for the El Pachuco Dance Company. We do dancing for the 1940s up until now, into the 80s, ese. So I want you to bring all your homeboys down to here and check out this place. Órale, ahí te guacho ese.
Hello, Pachuco Landia. This is JJ from Pachuco Zoot Suits, and I am here with Moses Porras from San Antonio, Texas. Moses is a longtime family friend. What can I say? We goes way back with Pachuco Zoot Suits. So in our fourth episode, we are going to interview Moses and find out what he's up to and to see how everything's going in San Antonio, Texas. So Moses, welcome.
Órale. Hey, it's good to see everybody. Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, home of the River City. So, and the River Walk too. And of course, the Alamo, but we don't want to remember that right now. So, but we want to, Pachucolandia. That's what we want to talk about, the Pachuquismo.
There you go. There you go. All right, Moses. Well, first off, we always start off with asking a little bit about your background, where you grew up, your family, and what are you doing now as far as career-wise?
Well, of course, my name is Moses, and I'm married. I have 6 children. They're adult children, and we have 11 grandchildren. I live here in San Antonio. I'm originally born and raised in Atwater, California, Califas, Southern California, close to Fullerton, La Jolla, all of that area. So I was born and raised in that small little barrio that's there and still exists today too. So, but I'm an Army veteran. I work at Our Lady of the Lake University under the facilities management department, working in housekeeping. I enjoy what I'm doing. Been, like I said, married for 33 years. I love beautiful wife, Rosemary, and happy and so on. And I have my kids. I have 2 of my kids that live out there in Southern California, live in Anaheim and Rancho Cucamonga.
All right.
So they're out. The Mondragons have a really great market, which Marina, my daughter, is part owner in that market that has great menudo.
Right. That's right. And she caters a lot of our events, and definitely whenever we need some menudo here in Anaheim, we go to her. So yeah, definitely try that out if you're in Orange County in Anaheim, and try out their Mexican, I call them Mexican deli, but they have a store and with a little location to eat. So please check them out. That's Mondragon, Deli, Liquor, one of the two. So yeah, Moses. So and also, I don't know if you mentioned, but you were also in the service. You served our country, so thank you for that.
Okay.
And so we have a long history with you as far as your involvement with the Pachuco, and you have some great stories about Al Pachuco. Before it started, it was Albert's Jewelry with Phyllis's father, Albert Duran, who ran that store. But tell us, So tell us your connection with Pachuco Zoot Suits and how it all started, your interaction with the family and Pachuco Zoot Suits.
Yeah, with Pachuco Zoot Suits, 40 years ago. Wow. 40 years ago, I was 15 years old, walked into Albert's Jewelers. At the time, it was becoming El Pachuco. And they were having some auditions because they were looking for models, basically. And a friend of mine, his name is Bobby Paredes from Atwood. He used to buy the suits from El Pachuco back then. And so he told me that they were looking for models. And sure enough, I found out more about it. And that's when I walked in, met with Phyllis, had auditioned for them, and became one of the models back then at that time. And I still have my suit from back then too, but everything is still pretty much intact except my waist. So that's kind of good. But yeah, met Albert, met Ray, David, Phyllis, Raina, Linda, Ray, all of the family. They just took me in and accepted me like I'm just the family, the familia. So I became one of their models and a dancer later on too. So I loved walking in the store during those early days and seeing the suits actually made at El Pachuco, from celebrities that they were being made, and also the tailor that was there at the time, Mr. Galan, who was one of the first tailors.
Oh, wow.
Started the very first couple of suits for El Pachuco at Orange Fair Mall in Fullerton.
Cool. All right, and then so give us a little bit. So you're one of the models as well as a dance troupe that they began back then. So tell us a little bit about that involvement. And I've heard about the Tuxedo Junction Club that they also started, that you were heavily involved in too. So give us a little bit about that history.
Yes. The El Pachuco Dance Company evolved out of the models. Basically, Phyllis and Ray decided to, hey, we need to take this a step further after going to cultural events and modeling at different places all over Anaheim, Fullerton, or Southern California area. They decided, hey, let's put some skits together, put some dancing together, and let's take it out to more cultural events at car shows, lowrider car shows, back in the 1979, 1980, that early time period. And let's take it out there so we can bring it to the community, bring it to the raza, basically, so then that way they can know more about the Zoot Suit, know who the Pachuco is. And we actually did some of the jitterbug dancing from back then. We also did some from the 40s into the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s in the Zoot Suit, because the Zoot Suit took it from there and went into the pop locking and breaking and all of that too during that time period too. So yeah, so they decided to do that, which was a great way to show the young youth at that time period about the Pachuco, taking it to assemblies at Anaheim High School, in Fullerton High School, through different cultural events around town. So it was an awesome opportunity to bring that out. And I was so grateful to be a part of that and so excited, because this is something that they had birthed, and it was bringing more of the revitalization of the Zoot Suit, which that's what Phyllis and Ray had done during that time period, for bringing it back from the 1940s into the 1970s late, the revitalization. So they're the founders of the revitalization of the Zoot Suit and taking it to the community and bringing it back.
Sure. Now we're going to get into a little bit about your movie career with the documentary you did, but before we get there, so one question we always ask the people who wear Zoot Suits and our customers and clients and the Pachucos, which I classify you as one, but what is it about the suit that attracts you to wearing them, the lifestyle? What is the feeling that you get by wearing that Zoot Suit?
Well, the suit started, I started hearing a lot of talks from my dad. My dad was an original Pachuco back in the 1940s at the Zoot Suit riots. So he shared a lot of the culture, the heritage that he lived during that time period. So I had never actually really seen the suit other than a lot of talk and stories from my dad. So when I met Phyllis and Ray, that's when it actually came to life, where I saw the actual real suit, in my hands, and seeing, you know, the custom tailor fit. And so I said, this really belongs to me and on me. It feels right. It's like it's in my blood and gives me that cultural identity that I was so much searching for during that time when I was a young teenager, and to be able to have it and wear it. So it became like my barrio uniform at that time period, to go to school, or go to, you know, dances, or go to wherever, to where I felt good and felt very comfortable, and felt like I was looking sharp and looking muy Bonnaroo at the same time too. So so yeah, that's why I took on that identity and saying, you know what, this is going to be part of my heritage, my life, and my identity, and it's in my blood because of my dad. So now I can take it a step further. And when it came along with the modeling and the dancing and the nightclub too, wow, this was great.
Right.
Great to be able to do that. So it means a lot personally to me, especially that Phyllis and Ray came in and imparted that and taught me the clothing, the style, and so on. So
great. Now let's get into a little bit of your. So Moses, with your family, came down for we had a Proud to Be Me festival here in Anaheim, where we had a fashion show, and just had all our clients, family, friends came out in their zoot suits, and we did a fashion show. And you came and debuted Mr. Zoot Suit, a documentary that you worked at. I know the producer writer is from your school there, and so expand a little bit about that. It was a great film. Everybody loved it. We did 2 showings in Anaheim, and I think that was the first time it showed in California. You could correct me if I'm wrong. Yes. But great suit, great movie, and the title is Mr. Zoot Suit. And tell us, number one, tell us a little bit about that background on that film, and where can we see it now?
Okay, a little bit of a background as well. It was from a student. Her name is Chancellor Makanjula. She's the individual that came up to me and said, I would love to do this story on you because I found out about your past history of you being a Pachuco. And I was like, sure, yeah, why not? It's a senior project that she put together, and said, I want you for that senior project. Because she was just trying to get an A in her class, and she said, that's what I'm going to do. I said, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I worked with her along with 5 other students there at the university, at Our Lady of the Lake University, and that's the movie poster behind me. And from there on out, she took it on the road, and we said, let's put it at the film festivals. So we went to several film festivals across the nation, from the Latino Film Festival in Philadelphia to the Latino Film Festival in Houston, to Albuquerque, New Mexico, to South Texas, West Texas, Houston, North Carolina, all these different festivals, including Edinburgh at the South Texas International Film Festival, where we won 4 awards for Best Documentary Short for Mr. Zoot Suit. And basically it's a story of my life. Basically, my dad being a Pachuco, myself being a Pachuco, talking about Phyllis and El Pachuco as well, talking and showing the suit, and going from there to where my wife and my daughters, and one of our granddaughters comes with us, and we perform at different car shows and cultural events around San Antonio as Pachucos.
Great.
So showing the culture and showing the zoot suits. But if it wasn't for Phyllis and Ray and El Pachuco, this film would not have happened because of the suit. Right. So we go back through the history a little bit about the zoot suit as well, and talk about where it is today. So, and how much it means so much within my own life as carrying on that lifestyle, because it's a lifestyle. It's not a costume. It's not an outfit. It's a lifestyle that we live, and proud to show it as a representation of social justice and the discrimination that was happening back then with my dad and many other people that had happened to Mexican Americans during that time period.
That's right. So, very important that we state that yeah, it was it was discrimination right out the bat, with anyone that wore that suit, and a lot of the prejudice against Chicanos at the time. So yeah, we appreciate that, Moses. And so as far as the film concerned, it's basically your life as a Pachuco, and also I just want to mention too, that you do an outstanding little dance performance with your daughter Josie, which you did at our 40th anniversary. So you have a little routine, and anyone that is interested, especially out in the San Antonio area, definitely Moses is the guy. You still have those dance moves, and you guys move pretty good on your feet.
Oh yeah, yeah. I still have it. But after a while, you know, as you get older, your body's not the same anymore.
Yeah, definitely. But
So
yeah, so you guys came out and everything, and that was great, man. But let me just, as we get close to the end here, I just want to say to everybody, thank you once again for everybody that is buying online from us on alpachuco.com. We're still available for online orders. We're going to start looking into doing a little virtual sizing and things. If you need a virtual size or need information and you want to talk face to face, we could do a meeting with you. But once again, from Phil, Ray, Ray Sr., Ray Jr., Vanessa, Linda, and the entire family, we just want to say thank you for thinking about us. You keep sending us notes and checking in on us, and we really appreciate it. And we hope everybody out there is safe and healthy. And hopefully in California, we'll be seeing, we might be able to open up real soon. And I put my El Pachuco lowrider hat right here, straw hat, a cheap here. So if anyone, the summer's coming and you need your lowrider hat, make sure you buy them online. So with that, Moses, we really appreciate you spending some time with us this week and you know, giving us some information about your background and your history with the Estrella family. So before we end, I just want to give you an opportunity. Oh, first of all, I want to ask you for give everybody your Facebook, where to find you on Facebook, and then if you have Instagram, where to find you on Instagram.
yes, I have Mr. Zoot Suit as the Facebook page. We also have the short documentary film, Mr. Zoot Suit, you can see now on YouTube. So you put in Mr. Zoot Suit short documentary and you'll find it, it'll pop up. Please share it to everyone, get it out there to continue and keeping the Pachuco culture alive, because that's what we're trying to do. And thanks to El Pachuco, of course. May God bless you all abundantly and continue for taking out bringing out the Pachuco culture to everyone. So continue doing the great work on keeping it alive by sending out those suits, man. They're awesome. They're great. They're great. Makes me feel good. And to have the connection with El Pachuco also over all the years and so,
right.
You know,
right. Well, when like I keep on saying on all the previous tapings, we're hopefully when this is over, we're gonna have a big pachanga and we're gonna all get together and put on our zoot suits and have a big celebration. Hopefully that's gonna be around the corner. So, what else you got there?
I wanted to show real quick here's my suit. 40 years old.
Wow.
That's my suit. When I was 15 years old. You can still see the El Pachuco label in there.
All right.
Yeah, and then here's a little tie clip that they used to sell back then. So
right. And like I said, also on this video, just keep an eye at the end because I'm going to add a little bit of video from Moses that he sent me, and we'll add some pictures in the beginning of this. So make sure you don't after I end this conversation that you don't go away because I'm going to put some video at the end. So once again, and also we are making a big climb to try to get 10,000 followers on Instagram. If we get 10,000, then we can start selling on Instagram. So please subscribe, share, and also our YouTube channel, Al Pachuco Zoot Suits channel, where we're featuring all these interviews. So please, everybody, sign on, follow us, have your friends follow us. So we appreciate all the support. So Moses, have a great night in San Antonio. We love you and much respect and love to your family. Tell everybody we said hello.
Sure, thank you. Ahí te miro, ahí te guacho.
All right, man. Thank you, Moses.
Sure, you too. God bless. Thank you.